Hello and welcome everyone. Today on the practical session of MS Word, we will be learning to make our resume using text boxes from the insert menu and some other tools. Alright, so this is the format that we are going to be preparing today. So as you can see, this format is quite simple, neat and best for fresh graduates applying for jobs. Alright, so this is the format. Have a look. So this is what we will be preparing today. It's quite simple and easy and very easy to make changes also. So that's the reason why I chose this file. So here we go. Let's start on now. So firstly, we have to open up a new Microsoft Word document, right? So in order to open a new Microsoft document, today I'll be showing you 3 steps. Alright, first step, firstly we use the search engine. Alright, this is a version of Windows 8 that I am using. So over here in this operating system we don't have start button and all the list of programs that comes. Alright, usually what we do is we click on the start button. This is the start button, okay, and we click on over here Windows button, and there are a list of programs. We click on all programs, but since we don't have it here, so we're going to use the search option. Alright, so in the search box we will type Word and you can see the results with Word. Alright, so here's my Windows Office Word 2007. So I once click over here and my document opens. So this is one step. The other step would be first to open a run box. Alright, now how do you do that? You have to press the Windows key. You'll have to search on the left side on the bottom corner. You'll see a key with 4 squares. A big square, inside that square there are 4 little squares. The key looks like this. It's called the Windows key. So you'll have to press the Windows key with R together and you'll see the run box open. So inside this we type in WinWord, 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 and then click on OK. So again we have a new document open for us. This is the second step. Now the third step on how we can open a new Microsoft Word file is we make a right click on the mouse simply on the desktop, take this option out, and we have to go to the new, and inside this you can see lots of options over here, and we have simply to select Microsoft Office Word document. So that way we can open our Windows MS Office Word. So let's get started with making our resume now. So first, before we start making our resume like the one which I had showed you in the earlier, first we have to set the size of the page, because we will be taking printout for this most of the time of our resumes. So in order to set the size of your paper, we have to go to page layout from the ribbon tab and then go to size, page setup. You can see as over here you have to go to size and select the size as A4, because we will be taking out print most of the time in the size A4. So we set the paper size to A4. Alright, so that is the first thing we do, and the page gets set to A4. And now for the format of the resume we will be using text boxes, lots of text boxes from the insert tab. go to insert first, click on insert once, and then on the text option you can see here there's text box. Alright, so we select on text box, we make one left click, and this tab opens. Now we have to go to draw text box. This way we can draw a text box wherever we like, of how of the size we want. Alright, so we click on text box and my cursor appears like this. So first we'll be making a big text box on the left side of this page, somewhat like this. It should go till over here. Over here in this big box, first box, we will be putting most of our things such as skill highlights, experiences, education, qualification, and all those things for this in this box. Alright, this will be the first box, and again we'll need another box. Again we'll go to the insert, and again text box. We'll simply click once on this box, and here's draw text box. We'll click it again, so we'll make another box over here. This is the second box. In this box we'll just use this box to write your name. Alright, the name of the person of this resume, whomever the resume. So we put on the second box, and again we go to insert and draw another text box for our photo. You can make a resume without your photo, but a resume with your photo would be more better than without one. So here's the third box which you'll use for your photo, and again on this last space which we have, we'll insert another text box for our personal details. On this last box which we are making, we will be putting up all of our personal information such as our contact addresses, etc. So here we have 1 2 3 4 boxes. Alright, altogether your page should look like this. Alright, so now let's start working on the first box. We'll move one line below, and first heading, alright, that we have to put up would be our summary. Right, for the summary, for all the headings, firstly we are only going to use bold and capitalize the headings, and afterwards we are going to make changes to those headings. Alright, first we are only going to use bold and capitalize. On the left corner you will find caps lock button. We'll have to press that once and start on with summary. Alright, so we again unbold the content. So in the summary section, what we usually add is we here write about our career ambitions. And other things we could write over here is about ourselves. We can write about ourselves, but mostly focused on professional career, alright, which will help you in your professional life, about yourself, about your the kind of work environment you would want, alright, the kind of profession you are seeking, the kind of career that you want to make for yourself. this would be but mostly focused on our professional career. And okay, so the next topic that we are going to add on our resume would be skills and your skills highlight. Alright, we'll name the topic as skill highlights. Skill highlights. Alright, so we again unbold it. On this section, we should write about our positive attitudes and nature, and positive nature about ourselves, which will help us in our career. Alright, as a professional worker, wherever you're working, you have to write about your skills, where those things would be. We could here we could write over here such as things like if you're creative, then you can add like you're creative, and if you're innovative, you can write innovative, right? So here we're going to put up a table for this skill highlights. Alright, so how we're going to do, so firstly we're going to insert menu, and over here we select tables, and over here I'm just putting 4 of my skills which I'm good at. Alright, so I'll select a table of 2 rows and 2 columns. So here I have my table. So on the first so I want to put up in a table format, so I can utilize this space properly. Alright, and then I want to use a border also. I want to use a bullet. A bullet is something which looks like this. Let's see. So this is the bullet library. On home tab, you have to go to paragraph, and this first option is for bullets. Alright, so when we click over here, these are the type of bullets that you can add. So I'm going to add this one. This is the thing. So first I'll write creative. Alright, this is one of my skill. So on to the next option, I went with tab button. I press my tab button once. I was in this. I press my tab button once, and my cursor will go to the next cell. So again I need a bullet. So the next time I will use a shortcut for this bullet, which is simply star. Alright, you'll find it on with the 8 button on top of your keyboard. Alright, we'll put on star here first and then press space bar. So my bullet is automatically added. Alright, so the second point I'm adding over here as innovative. Alright, I again press the tab button. I move on to next, and again I put on a star and space. So here's my bullet again. So I'll write self-focus. Here we mostly write about our positive attitudes, alright, like I said, which will help us in our professional career. So the last point which I'll be adding is a good decision maker. Alright, so here we have. So now what we are going to do is we are going to make this table invisible. Alright, we'll hide this table because it will look better if you don't have all these lines of this columns and rows. Alright, so for that what we're going to do, we're going to select this table. You can see over here, this is the controls for your table, and you have to make a simple one left click on this small tab. All of your table will be highlighted. Alright, and then we'll go to design. This is for our table. Alright, we can make our table settings, we can change the way it looks. Alright, so over here you can see borders. Alright, we'll click on border, and one option you'll get no border. Alright, so we'll click on no border and our table will be hidden. Alright, so this is one way to make it look quite attractive and simple. Alright, so the next thing which we are going to add, next topic, again we'll bold. For bolding, activating this bold, there's a shortcut. There's also written here, you can see Ctrl+B. So I simply press Ctrl+B in my keyboard and my bold gets activated. So next thing which we'll add, experiences. So over here we'll add we'll write about the jobs that we have done earlier. Alright, we write about our past experiences. That would be only professional experiences. Alright, and if you are a freshers, then you can write about all the project works that you have done, or you could write about your internships if you have done. Alright, so here we are. So the next topic which we will be writing is experiences, and after that what we will be adding is our educational qualification. We again bold the heading, capitalize, and educational qualification. For educational qualification also we will be using a table. Alright, so from the insert menu we'll add on table. We'll need for one for the headings, another for class 10th, 12th and college, one for degree name, other for date of passing, other for institute and percentage. Okay, so we're using 4 columns and 4 rows for our educational qualification. If you have got more qualification, then you can add on later. Alright, or you can add on simply when you select your table, when you're creating your table. So for educational qualification, first we'll write qualification, and then year, and then institute, and then percentage. Right, so here we write about our volt. So here we have. So again for this sorry for that. So again for this educational qualification, what we will do here, we will firstly set all these tabs to, first we're going to select the whole table, and then we go to home, and we can center align the content. Alright, and then what we'll do again, we will hide this table. Alright, we'll go to design again, similar borders, and then here we have our table is hidden. Alright, and if you're having these some problems such as these one, alright, so here we have the space over here between these four lines is quite huge. Alright, if we don't want this kind of space, alright, what we can do, we have to first select this paragraph, this whole paragraph where we want to arrange the space, and in the home tab, simply in the home tab, you can see over here styles, you can select this no spacing. Alright, if you select over here, all of your paragraph gets tightened up. Alright, a similar case over here, we'll do this to over this sentences also, so we'll put up no spacing, so it gets quite the way you want it. Alright, so experiences, educational qualification. So on the first box, now after this educational qualification, we'll be adding one last heading, that would be certifications. Alright, certifications. Here what we can write about all the certified achievements. Certified achievements that we have, alright, or the ones, or those achievements which are of value to you. Alright, which means a lot to you. Alright, if you have got some certifications, certificates, or if you have some if you have done something which you can really share, alright, which you think you can share and which you think you should share. Alright, things which you think you should share about your achievements, of course. So this could be in the field of music, or it could be in the field of sports. Alright, so any kind of certifications which you have, you can include in your resume. So this is the content 1 2 3 4 5. Alright, 5 of the headings in our first box. Alright, so regarding this headings and decorating this, we'll be doing it later. First, just let's add up our information. Alright, so now moving on to the second box over here, we'll be just putting up our name of whoever is making the resume. Alright, we'll be putting up his name. Let's say it is let's bold it and let's capitalize it as well. Alright, so suppose this is the name. Alright, so what we are going to do with the name is we're going to make it a little bigger. Alright, we're going to make it a little bigger. Here's the font size, and we're going to change the font as well. So let's use Arial Black, right? And this isn't looking very well over here, so I think the size is getting too big for this. So okay, this is the size, and let's center align it so it comes this way. Alright, so here's the name, and on the next box, again on the third box over here, we'll add a photo. Alright, so how do we add a photo? Once we click on the box, there you can see over here there's format menu. Alright, there's one extra menu. Whenever you add any objects, you'll see this extra option. Alright, this will be the setting for this text box which we have added. This text box, all the settings for this text box, you'll find it in this format section. So over here you can see shape fill, shape outline, change shape. In order to add a photo of yours in this box, what we'll do, we'll go to shape fill. Alright, we can add colors to this box. Alright, we can add gradients, we can add textures, but what we want here, we want to add a photo of you. So we'll go to picture, and this tab opens. So we'll go to the location where your picture is present. I'm just going to put a random photo of someone. Alright, so here's it. Simply click on insert, and there's a photo for your resume. Alright, so third box is complete. So now on the last final box, text box which we've added, we can put up we have to put up our personal details. Alright, firstly, your name is already present over here. Alright, so what we're going to add over here, firstly bold it and capitalize date of birth, we'll leave space for this, and we'll give gender, space for this, and right here contact details. Alright, we'll put up over here contact number and email also, email, and then what we can add is, we will add how many languages are you comfortable working with. Alright, we'll have to put on that also, how many languages you can read, how many languages you can write, and how many languages you'll be comfortable working with, and gender, contact details, email, languages known, and lastly we can add over here hobbies. Alright, so what all hobbies do you have? And out of completing your hobbies section, we can add on the last date and signature. Alright, so this is it. Alright, now when you go take your mouse cursor over here, you'll see full screen reading. Let's check it. How does it look once? So at this time your CV is looking like this. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to make it look a little better. Alright, firstly we'll make all these text boxes look hidden. Alright, we'll make them disappear. So we click on the text box. As you can see, this text box has been selected. Now we again go to format, shape outline. This time to add photo we had used shape fill. Now in order for this borders, we'll use shape outline because it's the outline of the shape, right? So we go to shape outline and simply we click no outline. Alright, and same thing we'll do to all the other boxes. We'll go to shape outline, no outline. Again this box will select, again shape outline, no outline, and again we select the final box, and again shape outline. Here we are. So now when we see full screen view, our resume is looking something like this, right? Now we can close. Alright, now we will decorate our headings like we had said. First we'll highlight the heading, then choose another font for this, maybe Arial black. Okay, and we should make the size a little bit bigger. Alright, this is fine. We don't want it extra flashy also, right? We just want it to look professional. So we want this font for all of our rest of our headings. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to use this option called Format Painter from the clipboard. Alright, Format Painter, what this does is it copies the format from one point to another. So we want this format copied to this one. So what we are going to do, simply select the font which we want to copy and click on Format Painter once. Alright, and when you bring your cursor over here, you can see your cursor like this. Alright, so what we do, we have clicked this Format Painter, and now we are only going to highlight the part where we want the change to be made. Alright, where we want the font to be copied. So I am highlighting this second heading, so it's been gone to the font which we had made for this summary. So again I'm going to click on Format Painter, and again for this as well I'm going to use it, and again I'm going to click on Format Painter, and again I'm going to highlight this headings, again Format Painter, certifications. Here we are. Right, and so what we can write over here again, so what we can do again here in this box, we can give personal details. Alright, so this box will be used for personal details, would be its heading. So again I'll use Format Painter and highlight this heading, and it is personal details. Alright, and now our resume will be looking something like this. Right, so now it is looking a little bit better, right, than we started. So last thing what we can do lastly, we can make this partition part. Alright, so we'll put a border, bottom border in all of our headings. Alright, so what we do, we take our mouse cursor to the summary over here, and this tab which you see on paragraph is for borders. Alright, so when you click over here, you'll see all kind of borders where you want it. So we'll click on bottom border once. So here we have a border for our heading. Again same thing we'll do over here, and again for experiences we'll do the same thing, and again for all the maybe this table is a little bit so a little bit like that. So again for personal details also we're going to add a bottom border. Right, so here we are. Now for the name we can use a different font color if you like. Alright, so now our resume is completed. Alright, so here we have our format for our resume. It is quite simple, it's quite easy to make, and it's quite useful for you guys. Alright, for those of you who are passing out and will be trying to apply for jobs. Alright, so here's a simple format for a resume. I hope you found this video useful. Please try to make it yourself on your computers. Right, so here we are. Thank you.